Vlad full of shit. That's why I don't like him, my nigga. And I turned Vlad down because he don't want to pay me. There's no record of me even being in court on a murder case. He guilty, Vlad. You trying to pay OJ $1 million some to get that interview because you think you can crack and solve the case like you saw a Tupac case. Solve Boosie case then. He was found not guilty. I was adjudicated in family court as a child. There's no record of me even being in court on a murder case. There's no record of it. My record is sealed. That's why there's no paperwork, no nothing on me. Only to grow up to work with children who commit crimes like I committed. How can you shame me? For things that I say in a form of a character that I portray online that's now on stage doing comedy, satire comedy, shock jock, and now that's being put in movies. I created this character to get to this point. I'm not stuck on the internet with hateful rhetoric. I'll beat Boosie big ass. I'll knock his bitch ass out. Boosie a hoe in real life, my nigga. Boosie ain't known for fighting. Nigga, I grew up in the boys' home fight. Nigga, I whoop Boosie. Nigga, I whoop Boosie. And I told him I'd let him win. Why would Vlad bring this up? And as soon as he bring it up, what do? He released the flashback video when Boosie asked him not to put me on there. So he trying to exploit and make money while he pit us together. This kid trying to bring us together. And this ain't the first time. The Danza Project spoke to Boosie and I. Boosie wanted $80,000 to sit down with me in the Danza Project. I told the Danza Project, homie, I'll take $20,000 to make this happen so y'all can eat, because y'all gonna make $1 million off of it. Just give me something on the back end to make up, to supplement what you giving him, because it should be a 50-50 split, what you give. So they was gonna put up $100,000. Boosie wanted more. Vlad is trying to get black people's history in his vault. He's trying to get black, and nigga, we don't benefit nothing from what Vlad get from us. And all he getting is the detriment side. He don't show no victims, no nothing. He go get the gangsters who done kill and let them come flourish and relish in the hurt and the harm that they done caused people. And you ain't never heard Boosie apologize to the victims. You ain't never heard no gangster mob dude who done got on there, no OG, apologize to their victims. And I got on there and showed some of the most empathy for my victim because I met my victim family, only to be forgiven. So I can come play whatever character I want to play. But nigga, I ain't been to no prison. I ain't been in and out of jail. I don't have no history of crimes as an adult, none of that.
It's Focus Connect tapping back in, man. And you know, Charleston White, DJ Vlad, Boosie, Aiden Ross, it's a situation going on right now. And to where Charleston White and Aiden Ross did an interview with DJ Academics. You know, so if you want to check out the whole thing, just go to DJ Academics and catch that. But I heard something within what Charleston White said about Vlad, and it's all about how you feel about Charleston or how you feel about Vlad or your level of understanding of the world, of the game, the YouTube game, the hip-hop industry, or whatever you want to put it as. But you got to look at one thing. When DJ Vlad do his interviews, Vlad is asking questions. Oh yes, some people can say, you know, it's like an interrogation and different things like that, because it do kind of relate to when you see people go in there with the police and the questions that I ask, and then kind of like how he'll try to trip you up if you try to go around a question, he'll bring it right back to you. And you had people like Lil Baby was asking, hey, how you know that? Or you had other people that asked certain questions about Vlad as far as on a police type of level, you know what I'm saying? But you got to look at one thing. Vlad got a different level of information when it comes to this computer game. He went to college for it. He said he worked at IBM, and he been in the hip-hop game for a while. So a lot of things, Vlad is already privy to a lot of information because he been around these guys. You know what I'm saying? He been around a lot of situations. He done heard a lot of chitter-chatter. He done heard a lot of different things. But to get on his platform and do what Vlad basically created in the way of YouTube, you gotta kind of blame the person that's being interviewed more than you gotta blame the interviewer. You know what I'm saying? But then when you look at what Charleston White's saying and what you take from the things Charleston White's saying, man, I think it's more of a message than the mess that people are dragging out and that they put into the masses about this guy. You know what I'm saying? Because when Charleston White spoke on the fact of Vlad documenting the history of the detriment of our culture, our black people, you got to look at what this person that's being interviewed by Vlad is going on there to be recognized for. What his bravado is allowing him to tell this guy that if you from the streets, you was raised and bred, it is supposed to be bred in you to not speak on certain subjects. And when I look back at how life used to be, and you really can see the way the world changing, because whenever, you know, I was around a situation where it was in the hood or some gang members or anything dealing with that lower level of life, whenever a white person was around, they were basically either getting used, I ain't gonna say extorted, I say more of finessed, because most of the time they was basically paying to hang around. But now we are making a lot of different people more privy to information that used to basically stayed in the black community, stayed with black people. You know what I'm saying? So we have to look at ourselves, man. We have to hold a mirror up and look at ourselves and look at what we're doing to ourselves. When I see how ARF went on Vlad TV and he spoke on all the different things that went on in the hood, how he took over the city after what happened to the Connect, like he went deep. And you think that if this stuff probably already documented on the street side by arrest and different stuff that went on in whatever neighborhood he from, you still have to look at that the feds are watching YouTube. They are listening to YouTube. And if somebody made it out the hood from the streets and then you getting a chance to be legit, you need to not speak about the streets, because you will get dragged right back down into that bottomless pit. But when you look at Boosie, Charleston White beef, it goes deep, because when you see that, you know, Charleston White had disrespected Boosie's son, Charleston White spoke on a lot of different things that you can understand by Boosie being a man, that some people don't take apologies for certain things. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about Charleston White, he willing to stand on the things he done. And Boosie just feeling as if I'm not dealing with that guy. He even spoke in a situation where Boosie was saying that his uncles and his aunts and stuff told him, don't mess with that guy, he gonna get you locked up. And just spoke on different things like how, Boosie, you doing good, so keep that going. Don't let a person drag you back into something that you overcame. And you know, with Charleston White speaking on that Marlo Mike stuff, all the different stuff, like disrespecting Boosie, his family, son, and everything about Boosie, you really can't look at Boosie in no messed up way for not wanting to deal with Charleston White. But it's all in how you feel about this. It's all about, as an individual, how you perceive things and where you are within your walk of life, how you gonna process who right or who wrong. But in my opinion, of all these guys that's in this situation, no one is wrong, because everybody operating up under the game that they know, the level of intellect and knowledge that they know what they came from. So when you look at Boosie from a hood perspective, he won. He made it out. He went from nothing to something. He came from their struggle. So Boosie will have a different level of understanding than Charleston White, because Charleston White got the statistics. Charleston White done put the work in on the ground to be around these kids, around these families, and really trying to help on a different level rather than giving you something. Charleston White been on the ground trying to help in a way of helping you mentally. So when I look at it, I just see, man, two guys that's on different paths that just really need to figure out that and agree to disagree. Wake up, people.